Are you eligible to work in Ireland? Do you have a relevant qualification?
In such a saturated market, what sets Hollilander apart?
People who have skills but don't know, like, we get access to shift requests over the entire Republic of Ireland.
What would you say the top benefits are joining Hollilander?
So we have 6 benefits. It'll start somewhere between like $17.59 to...
How does Hollilander support a work-life balance for healthcare workers? Today I'm with Hollilander, a healthcare recruitment agency with 14 years of experience in the Irish healthcare sector. As a HSC service provider and NHI commercial supplier, Hollilander plans to place over 500 healthcare assistants across public and private settings in Ireland over the next 6 months. What sets them apart is dedicated allocation teams supporting both staff and clients, because care never stops. Their vision is to become the most trusted healthcare recruitment partner through ethical, transparent and sustainable placements. Their mission is to place the right people in the right roles to strengthen care teams and communities, guided by one core value: doing the right thing even if it costs them. Many aspiring healthcare assistants have questions about getting started and joining us. Today, client coordinator Mr. Ruban Paul to share real insight into working in healthcare.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Ruben, for joining us today.
Of course.
My name's Chloe May and I'll be your host. For all the new listeners who may be new to Hollilander, can you briefly share your journey?
Yeah, okay. So we started, Hollilander was established 14 years ago. And so we started with overseas recruitment, which is like our bread and butter. And then we branched off into study abroad. And then just a few years ago, pre-COVID, we started our agency division. And this is when we really started to excel. And just over a year ago, we got a suppliership status with the HSE.
That's amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And we are tier 2 suppliers for the HSE, meaning that we get access to shift requests from all different types of health facilities over the entire Republic of Ireland.
That's amazing. Is your current focus mainly on the HSE or the private healthcare sector?
So our current focus would be more on the HSE. And that would be because from the HSE, we get shift requests from community centers, hospitals, nursing homes, disability units, mental health units. So all these diverse places that our HCAs can work. So of course, we still do have healthcare assistant vacancies in the private sector, but our main focus would be the HSE.
In such a saturated market, what sets Hollilander apart from other healthcare agencies?
So we have a super dedicated team, and they're always looking out for our healthcare assistants, our staff. So even the small things, there's small queries and things that they would present to us, we always try and treat that with a lot of importance.
That's good that your staff feel really comfortable and that they can come to you with queries, even small ones.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the most important thing for us.
That's so good. For all healthcare assistants listening and watching, what would you say the top benefits are joining Hollilander?
Okay, so we have 6 benefits. We have weekly payroll. You get paid on the back week with us. You get 24/7 support. We have a 24/7 support line for not only our healthcare assistants, but our clients as well. We help with training and documentation as well. And we have free Garda vetting for all of our qualified healthcare assistants during the onboarding process. And we issue free uniforms. And the best part of all is just making your schedule as you go. You know, I've said this before, like, it's just giving your availability and working around your sort of, you know, creating like a work-life balance.
Hollilander sounds like it has really, really good benefits.
Does indeed, yeah.
What's the kind of criteria that you would need to start for Hollilander?
Okay, so it's actually simple enough, right? You need to have permission to work in Ireland. That's first off. Then you would have to be qualified. So here we would take it as like you need a QQI level 5 in a sort of healthcare. And then, or you can have an equivalent to that. So it's just like a certification. It could be from a different country, as long as it meets the standards here. And then there's a few trainings like we have BLS, patient manual and handling. These things are very necessary to work in the workplace, but we could even help you with these things. And then there's a set of like HSC land certificates that you can do online. So that's easy enough. And then once we do the reference check and you get your Garda clearance completed, then you're all good to go for shifts.
Many candidates have a lot of questions before applying. How does your team support and guide them?
Okay, so there will always be concerns about like the Garda vetting procedure, application procedure, the process in joining, as well as like just basic documentation. And these compliance things, like we will send you a very informative email at first. And then if you have any further questions, we always urge our healthcare assistants to get back to us, and we will always confirm receipt and reply within 48 hours.
That's amazing. You have a good team behind you.
Do.
Pay is always an important topic. What would you say that looks like for a healthcare worker?
Okay, so in terms of pay, like if you can work in the public sector, so with the HSE, the HSE has a very attractive, competitive salary structure. Okay, so their salary matrix looks like it'll start somewhere between like 1759 to 4974.
So you're getting paid well.
So you're getting treated well.
You're getting paid good.
You are, but it really does depend on the amount of experience you are. So somewhere on that fee matrix you will get placed, even if you're starting out. Like, it's a great salary to start out on.
You mentioned Hollilander has 24/7 allocation support. Can you explain to me more about that?
Yeah, so for our healthcare assistants and for our clients, right? So firstly, like clients, we will get a shift request from clients 24 hours a day, and that'd be public or private. But where it lies is when we get a shift request, we want to satisfy that as soon as possible. So when the client sends that, we will confirm receipt of that to the client, and then we will push this to our staff members so they can take these shifts as soon as possible, because of course it is competitive. But we want to fill up our staff's rosters as they had given it to us. So if they want 5 shifts a week, it's our due diligence to have a 24/7 support model to be able to take shifts and give shifts as much as possible.
Very accommodating. That sounds very good. Beyond recruitment, what additional support and services would you offer?
So candidates will always have queries about tax deductions, tax registration with us, as well as documentation like paternity leave, and support for, as an employer, for their mortgage applications. And these are all so important to us because, you know, it's their livelihood. Like, we put a lot of importance on this, and we always support them. In terms of documentation, like, we're very prominent for that. We always will get back to you within 48 hours. And as much as an employer can help you with these things, we aim to do that.
Wow, you're really looking after your workers, guys.
Yeah.
Great job. So what kind of training and upskilling are provided from Hollilander for healthcare assistants?
So working with the HSE via Hollilander, you are working in acute hospital settings, and you're working in fast and competitive healthcare settings. So in that sense, like, you are always getting better at clinical skills as well as like patient care skills.
So Hollilander is offering a lot of opportunities, really.
Yeah, for healthcare assistants, yeah.
That's good. What message would you like to put out there for healthcare workers that are unsure about joining an agency?
Joining an agency as a healthcare professional is a no-brainer, because on average there is just higher pay. And of course, as I had mentioned before about the scheduling, you will be able to work your own sort of hours weekly. And I think a big plus is working in your preferred location. There's a lot of rural areas where you can't find a permanent sort of position. So this is where we can help you a good bit. And but of course, if you're unsure about which agency to join, I'd say that'll be Hollilander.
It sounds efficient. Hollilander sounds very efficient, and it sounds like it's the right move to go with an agent.
Yeah.
Are there any permanent job opportunities at Hollilander?
Yeah, so permanent placement, that is our bread and butter, right? So we have employers that we have been working with for 14 years, and they are our regular clients. We have positions ranging from director of nursing, assistant director of nursing, CNM, so like clinical nurse managers, general nurse, healthcare assistant, all for existing clients that we have. So yes, the short answer is yes, we do have a good few places for permanent positions in the Republic.
For my last question, how easy is it for healthcare assistants to apply for Hollilander?
firstly, before you send us a request, right? Are you eligible to work in Ireland? Okay, if that's a yes. Do you have a relevant qualification? Right, that's also a yes. You would just have to send us an email with your CV. That'll be emarketing@hollilander.com, or you can just send us a WhatsApp message.
Ruben, thank you so much for today and all the information you've given me on Hollilander. It sounds like a really great company.
Of course, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Hollilander really seems like the way to go.